Chapter 17. The Transfiguration of Jesus. His transformation. After 6 days, Jesus took Peter, James, and John his brother, and led them up a high mountain by themselves, to get with them by themselves. And he was transfigured before them. His face shone like the sun, his clothes became white as light, and behold, Moses and Elijah appeared to them, conversing with them. Then Peter said to Jesus in reply, Lord, it is good that we are here. If you wish, I will make 3 tents. Here, one for you. I'll make 3 tents here. Make 3 tents here. One for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. While he was still speaking, behold, a bright cloud cast a shadow over them. Then from the cloud came a voice and said, This is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him. Then the disciples heard this. They fell prostrate. When the disciples heard this, they fell prostrate and were very much afraid. But Jesus came and touched them, saying, Rise and do not be afraid. And when the disciples raised their eyes, they saw no one else but Jesus alone. The coming of Elijah. As they were coming down from the mountain, Jesus charged them. Jesus asked them a question, Jesus charged them. Do not tell the vision to anyone until the Son of Man has been raised from the dead. Then the disciples asked him, Why do the scribes say that Elijah must come first? Jesus said in reply, Elijah will indeed come and restore all things, but I tell you that Elijah already come, and they did not recognize him, but did to him whatever they pleased. And also will the Son of Man suffer at their hands. Then the disciples understood that he was speaking to them of John the Baptist. Dun dun dun! John the Baptist was disguised as Elijah. Or did not recognize Elijah. A beard, perhaps? Superman glasses? Clark Kent / Jor-El glasses? Then the disciples understood that he was speaking to them of John the Baptist. Okay. What was it here? Here. Verse 14. The healing of a boy with a demon. Then they came to him. Then they came to the crowd. When they came to the crowd, a man approached and knelt down before them and said, Lord, have pity on me, my son, for he is a lunatic. He suffers severely. Often he falls into the fire and into the water. I brought him to your disciples, but they could not cure him. Jesus said in reply, O faithless and perverse generation, how long will I be here? How long will I be here with you? How long will I endure you? Bring him to me. And Jesus rebuked him, and a demon came out of him, and from that the boy was cured. Then the disciples approached Jesus in private and said, Why could we not drive it out? Why couldn't we not drive it out? Then Jesus said to him, Because of your little faith. Amen, I say to you, if you have the faith of the size of a mountain, if you have the faith of the size of a mustard seed, you will say to the mountains, Move from here to there, and it will be done. It will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. The second prediction of Jesus. The second prediction of the Passion. The Passion is referring to Jesus' martyrdom. And the second prediction is, as they were gathering in Galilee is this lake in northern Israel, and the city of the town of Capernaum is a now destroyed city, but it was on the lake of Galilee. It should be rebuilt. If anyone, it should be rebuilt and rehabilitated. Christians have billions of dollars. They should turn into a fishing village and rehabilitate all those ancient, call it the Holy Land, sacred land. Just the thought, spend our tithe monies on such a project, on such a real estate project, repopulate it, and turn it into an ecological watershed, ecological zone, where people do good to the planet Earth because wherever they live, because if they don't, then they'll get sucked into fishes covered in poop, germs, mud. Make sure the community is nice and healthy. Doing good to the community and whatnot, and making sure it's a prosperous, healthy place to live. That would extend the state of Israel's taxes. And speaking of taxes, payment of the temple tax. Oh, no. We have to do the second prediction of the Passion, verse 22. And they said, verse 22. As they were gathering in Galilee, Jesus said to them, "The Son of Man is to be handed over to men, and they will kill him, and he will be raised on the third day." And they were overwhelmed with grief. Payment of the temple tax. When they came to Capernaum, the collectors of the temple tax approached Peter and said, "Doesn't your teacher pay the temple tax?" "Yes," he said. When he came into the house, before he had time to speak, Jesus asked him, "What is your opinion, Simon? From whom do the kings of the earth take tolls or census tax? From whom do the kings of the earth take tolls or census tax? And from the subjects, or from their subjects, or from foreigners?" Then he said, "From foreigners." Jesus said to him, "Then the subjects are exempt, but that we may not offend them. Go to the sea, drop in a hook, and take the fish first that comes up." Oh, okay. Jesus said unto them, "Then the subjects are exempt, but that we may not offend them. Go to the sea, drop in a hook, and take the first fish that comes up. Open his mouth, and you'll find a coin worth twice the temple tax. Give that to them for me and for you." Oh, okay. So, as they gathered in Galilee, Jesus said unto them, "The Son of Man has become handed over to men, and they'll kill him and be raised." Okay, you read that part already? Temple tax. When they came to Capernaum, how do you pronounce this word, Capernaum? How's the pronunciation? I have my earphones on, so I can hear what they're saying. There's a little button here on Wikipedia which tells you how to pronounce words. Oh, this is a button for pronunciation. This is a pronunciation guide. Caprium is now see, synagogue. It's a city there, but it was nuked. They should be rebuilt. There's a button here where we can pronounce things. That's a pronunciation guide. Okay, well, pronunciation. How do I say it? Otherwise, Capernaum. Here we go. Capernaum. Copernicus? When they came to Capernaum, the collectors of the temple tax approached Peter and said, "Doesn't your teacher pay the temple tax?" "Yes," he said. That's what Peter said. When he came into the house, before he had time to speak, Jesus asked him, "What is your opinion, Simon?" Peter? Simon? Peter. "What is your opinion, Simon? From whom do the kings of the earth take tolls? From whom the kings of the earth take tolls or consensus act? From their subjects or from foreigners?" When he said from foreigners, Jesus said to him, "Then the subjects are exempt, but that we may not offend them. Go to the sea, drop in a hook." Oh, they're having a conversation with Peter or Simon. Go to the sea, drop in a hook, and take the first fish that comes up. Open its mouth, and you'll find a golden coin worth twice the temple tax. Give it to them for me and for you. A fish ate a golden coin? Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. My way is not to question the ways of the Lord. Chapter 18. So we're gonna be 10 minutes right on the dot.